Tenbury Wells, locally Tenbury, is a market town and civil parish in the northwestern extremity of the Malvern Hills district of Worcestershire, England, which at the 2011 census had a population of 3,777. Tenbury Wells lies on the south bank of the River Teme, which forms the border between Shropshire and Worcestershire. It is in the northwest of the Malvern Hills district. The settlement of Burford in Shropshire lies on the north bank of the river. From 1894 to 1974, it was a rural district, comprising itself in villages such as Stoke Bliss, Eastham, and Rockford. From 1974, Tenbury was in the district of Leominster until it became part Malvern Hills district when Leominster District Council was taken over by Herefordshire Council in April 1998. The history of Tenbury Wells extends as far back as the Iron Age. The town is often thought of as the home to the Castle Tump, but this is now in Burford, Shropshire due to boundary changes. Though the Tump, possibly the remains of an early Norman motte and Bailey Castle, can be seen from the main road, A456, there are no visible remains of the castle that was constructed to defend and control the original River Teme crossing. It has also been described as the remains of an 11th century Norman castle. A legal record of 1399 mentions a place spelled perhaps as Temetabury, which may be a further variation in spelling. Tenbury was in the upper division of Doddingtree Hundred. Originally named Temetabury, the town was granted a royal charter to hold a market in 1249. Over time, the name changed to Tenbury, and then added the wells following the discovery of mineral springs and wells in the town in the 1840s. The name of the railway station, which was on the now defunct Tenbury and Bewdley Railway, was changed in 1912, in an attempt to publicize the mineral water being produced from the wells around the town. The St. Michael and All Angels Choir School, devoted to the Anglican choral tradition by Frederick Ousley, closed in 1985, and the buildings now serve alternative educational purposes. For over 100 years, Tenbury has been well known throughout the country for its winter auctions of holly and mistletoe, and other Christmas products. It is also known for its Chinese Gothic pump room buildings, built in 1862, which reopened in 2001, following a major restoration. They are now owned by Tenbury Town Council, having been transferred from Malvern Hills District Council in September 2008. One notable architectural feature in the town is the unique, often described as Chinese Gothic, pump rooms, designed by James Cranston in the 1860s, to house baths where the mineral water was available. Other notable structures in Tenbury include the parish church of St. Mary with a Norman tower, and a number of monuments. The church was essentially rebuilt by Henry Whittier between 1864 and 1865. The part medieval bridge over the River Teme, linking Tenbury to Burford, Shropshire, was rebuilt by Thomas Delford following flood damage in 1795. The Grade II listed Eastham Bridge dramatically collapsed into the River Teme on May 24, 2016, owing to neglect. There were no casualties. The Victorian workhouse, designed by George Wilkinson, was used as the local council buildings from 1937 to the early 21st century and is currently being converted into residential housing. The Victorian infirmary behind the workhouse was demolished to create car parking for a new large Tesco superstore, which opened on April 27, 2017. The Tesco store was built against much local opposition and has severely disrupted traffic flow through the town, as well as leading to the closure of long-established local businesses. The unique Victorian corrugated iron isolation hospital was demolished on October 24, 2006. For several centuries, Tenbury has been subject to flooding, most recently in 2007, 2008, and 2020. The first flood was caused by the River Teme in the Kyre Brook bursting their banks. The second was caused by a combination of 15 mm, 0.59 in, of rain falling in an hour in the town's drainage system, much of which was blocked, failing to cope, creating flash flooding. The third flood again involved the River Teme in the Kyre Brook bursting their banks. The 2008 flood damage was caused by a combination of the drainage not having been upgraded since the 2007 floods and the wall on Market Street, which should hold back the Kyre Brook, not having been rebuilt following the 2007 floods. Since then, much work has been done in respect of improved drainage and particularly defenses in Market Street, but when the River Teme in the Kyre Brook rose in February 2020, houses and shops were again flooded. For primary education, Tenbury Wells is served by Tenbury Coffee Primary School on Brongyard Road. Tenbury High Ormiston Academy on Oldwood Road is the main secondary school for the area, while King's St. Michael's College, also on Oldwood Road, is an independent international boarding school. The Regal Cinema on Team Street in Tenbury Wells opened in 1937. It operated as a commercial cinema as one of 6 in the Craven Cinemas chain, until the decline of British cinema led to its closure in 1966. Following purchase by Tenbury Town Council to prevent demolition, various volunteer groups have run it. The Regal has been subject of a Heritage Lottery Fund-supported restoration project. Replicas of the 1930s Mediterranean murals by artist George Legge have been painted around the auditorium. The detailing on the front of the building has been recreated, and neon lighting has been erected on the front canopy. The building, owned by Tenbury Town Council, is now under the management of a trust. Modern equipment now allows the showing of recently released films, live broadcasts and live acts. Paul Daniels was its patron until his death. In 2016, the Regal was nominated for the Britain Has Spirit Award, an award that could see the Regal win £1,000 to host a street party for the Tenbury community if they win the regional vote, and possibly £25,000 if they win the national vote. The competition is being run by Together Mutual Insurance. Hereford Times, Shropshire Star, South Shropshire Journal, Team Valley Times, Tenbury Advertiser. Tenbury was also known as the town in the orchard due to the large numbers of fruit orchards of apple trees and also pears, quince, and plum trees in the immediate vicinity of the town. This heritage is revisited every October during the Tenbury Apple Fest. Until 2018, markets were held on Tuesday mornings, Friday mornings, and Saturday mornings, in and around the town's round market building, which was built by James Cranston in 1858. Orchards gay with blossom, beauty, there to see. Hollows where breeze is tender. Moorlands where wine breaks free. Sowing, lambing, and harvest. Overlooked by giant Clee, Hopkills, farmsteads, and Tenbury. This is happiness for me. A proposal to build a biomass power station on a business park failed due to residents' concern about the disruption to local businesses during its construction. The proposal continued to attract protests, and in July 2007 a petition against the plans was signed by more than 2,300 people. In July 2009 it was announced that the £965,000 grant offered to the power station had been withdrawn and the project shelved. Acton Adams, 1843 to 1924, New Zealand politician, born at Wilden Manor, Tenbury. His ashes are buried at St Mary's, Tenbury. Sir Archer Baldwin, Member of Parliament, MP, died at home there 1966. Dean Vincent Carter, author. Thomas Good, 1835 to 1926, South Australian pastoral pioneer, born at Kyre Magna near Tenbury. Henry Hill Hickman, pioneer of anesthesia, practiced as surgeon at Team Street in the town where he died in 1830. Jason King, DJ and television presenter, born at Tenbury. Tom Matthews, Mayor of Tenbury and Chairman of former Leominster District Council. Frederick Ousley, composer, organist, and musical scholar, founder and first warden of St. Michael's College. Peter Packwood, art collector, bibliomane, and dentist. Wilfred Shorting, cricketer, born at Tenbury. The nearest open stations are located on the Welsh Marches Line, or Ludlow Railway Station, and Leominster. The nearest point of operational railway is at Wooford and Railway Station, but it is currently closed.